think that might be okay. I think we might be online. Yeah, just had a bit of the stream key, so I had the wrong one in there. I think it started another stream which wasn't this one, which is good. That's what we like to see, a bit of using our brain a bit. So just checking the mic should be okay, hopefully not too loud. There's no other sound, so there's not going to be any difference with the mic overriding the sound or the sound overriding the mic, which is cool. What I'll do is I'll just put the cameras on for a minute. Yeah, I thought I won't leave them on because you just see me staring at the screen, but just for now, just for the intro, just let you know what's going on. So yeah, Adventuron, as you might know, is it is a tool that you can use to write text adventures, and they run in the browser. But you can also use a tool to actually export them to the Spectrum Plus 3 or the ZX Spectrum Next, which is pretty cool. So there was a game jam on itch.io which was kind of had this in mind. So the graphics had to be in a certain format, you know, certain palettes, that kind of thing. So if I just bring up the jam here, the links are in the description. So yeah, a load of rules, sizing, the location graphics. Yeah, you can see the pointer, that's good. So the 8-bit compatible mode to be able to be exported to the ZX Spectrum Next or the Plus 3. I mean, that's pretty cool. Imagine seeing it in tap format with a loading screen that you've designed in a browser. The technicalities are all here, so if you wanted to do it yourself, you could just look on the Next Adventure Jam on itch.io. Oh, look at that. It's nice, isn't it? As to how to do it. So the adventure itself is pretty straightforward. I mean, you can see here on the same page, it does show you, you know, what the code looks like. So you define objects, you define connections from locations, define the locations themselves, tell it where you want to start. On startup it will do certain things, so it's all very print this and press any key. There's barriers, so maybe a door's locked and you need to find a key or something, or carry an object to get through it, that kind of thing there. On a command, if the person types in open cupboard or examine cupboard, if you're next to the cupboard and the bone hasn't been created, then it says you find something and it creates the bone. Press any key and redescribe. So therefore it will only do that once because the bone has been created, so that won't be true. So yeah, so it's a simple thing, you know, examine a cupboard, you find a key, creates the key. If you insert the key into the door and you carry in the key, then it will do some more logic so that the door opens and the exit is created. So it's dead easy. So if you've ummed and ahed a bit about trying to do something in it, then it's way easier than the Quill. It's way easier than a lot of other bespoke languages or adventure systems that people have written. Yeah, and Chris Ainsley's put a shitload of work into it, so there's no bugs in it that I've seen when using it. You know, it's a perfect tool, especially if you're that way inclined, creative, creating an adventure. You know, maybe you've had an idea for ages since the Spectrum. So anyway, yeah, so you got sample code on the page. So from here, there was a load of submissions. So if we look at the submissions, click on submissions. Yeah, I might turn the cameras off, or at least one of them. Turn that one. So yeah, that's so you can see here, these are all the games in the next Adventure Jam. Yeah, turn that off. See more of the screen then. Yeah, so I've played a few of these earlier on, maybe a couple of months ago now, and I thought I'd retry one of them which stuck out in my mind, which was One Last Thing. I don't know who won it, but I've got a feeling this one did. But I really enjoyed playing it, and it was a bit different to other adventures you might have played. It's good for beginners and it's good for seasoned professionals. So if we just click on that, so it runs in the browser when it comes up. Yeah, so this is the actual page for the game. One Last Thing. Find your key card and get out of the building. That's basically it. So very short premise. You've got the scores and stuff which you won't bother looking at. You can look at those to your own leisure. Gives you certain statistics, and you can play it by clicking on there. Yeah, Dee Cooke's the author. This is the main game page. You thought your mission for the company was over, but you were wrong. I think this is a follow-up to an earlier adventure, but you don't need to play that. You can just play this standalone. This really is the very last day you have to work for them. One last day, one last job, one last thing. Then you'll be free. Time to get moving. The sooner you can get the job done, the sooner you'll be out of here. Now, where was that key card for the garage door gone? One Last Thing created for the Adventuron next Adventure Jam 2020. Oh, and there's a sequel to the Adventuron 2019 entry, The Cave of Hoarding, so it is. So okay, so let's run the game. So you see that when you compile your adventure, you get a runnable HTML file, which is essentially what we're running now. What I have to do is I'm just going to stop something. Okay, right, so you can see 8-bit graphics, really colourful. Basically, yeah, it's the intro screen, so just click next, full screen. Oh, full screen automatically. Oh, you can see there it's cutting the top off. Okay, I'll leave it like that. You can run it in full screen, which I did then, but it chopped the top off, so I need to sort that out. But anyway, right, Creative Adventuron Next Game Jam, Adventuron system created by Chris Ainsley. ZX Origin Sierra Quest font by Damien Guard. Help, hint for a hint. As a general rule, commands should take the form of verb noun, or occasionally verb adjective noun, or verb preposition noun. Talking to people repeatedly and examining everything is the best way to find clues. So it's Monday 26th of August 1980. God, I bet some of you weren't even born then. What's that, 40 years ago? 40 years ago? You thought the cave affair was the end of it, but apparently not. It was a couple of days after you'd returned home. You'd paid the money you'd earned from the job into your bank account, trying not to think about where it had come from. You'd settled down at the kitchen table with the paper, like you did every evening, and you tried to forget what had happened in the woods. But you can't forget. I like the flashbacks, they're good. I don't know if I've ever seen graphical flashbacks like that. But you can't forget. What happened? 1. The troll. I couldn't save her. 2. I saved her. I dragged her out of the lake. It was all okay in the end, so why can't I stop remembering? Or 3. I don't know. It's all a blur. I don't remember anything bad happening, but that doesn't explain the nightmares. So what did happen? I don't know. We need to guess at this point. Yeah, we saved her. Go on. It was at that point that the phone rang. You didn't intend to answer it at first, but you realised that it might be about a new job, so you dragged yourself over to the kitchen counter and cautiously picked up the phone. Hello? Chauffeur! You recognised the voice instantly and almost threw up. It was the voice of Low Kingdom, someone you never wanted to hear from again in this lifetime or the next. Mr. Kingdom, you answered falteringly. I need you for another job, chauffeur. Report to Company HQ at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. But I finished, you protested, panic rising in your throat. I already did my job for you. It was a one-off. Check your contract again. You agreed that we could assign you additional missions if necessary for 72 hours after you completed the first. See, always read the small print or else you're getting shit because of that. We didn't expect to need you, but something's come up. I'll see you tomorrow. The line went dead. The receiver fell from your hand and you curled up miserably on the kitchen floor. It was all fine in the end. You rescued Mandy from that thing in the lake. You saved her life. She even insisted you be paid extra for it. It all worked out. So why were you still seeing the monster's face every time you closed your eyes? You spent the next hour scrutinizing your contract to make sure that the company hadn't buried anything else in the small print. Buried anything else in the small print. You were late to bed that night, but at least you were certain this will be the very last dealing you ever had with them. After this one last thing, you could start trying to forget. The job itself, when you arrived at the HQ the next morning and reported to Low Kingdom, seemed relatively straightforward. Pick up an agent elsewhere in the country, bring him back to HQ by the end of the day. Easy. Once dismissed, you hurried downstairs and back to your car in the basement garage, eager to get out of the foreboding company building. That was the moment that you realised you'd left your key card for the garage door in Low Kingdom's office. So you're in the garage with your car. You see Will's car, the garage door, a locker, your car, and a shiny green thing. Something green and shiny on the ground catches your eye. So examine thing. You peer more closely at the shiny thing. It appears to be a necklace. I'll press a key. So get necklace. Examine necklace. It's an elaborate necklace, not your style at all. You're not an expert, but it looks as though it's made of jade. So let's examine everything. So examine Will's. I think if you do car. Yeah. Examine Will's car. Ooh. Examine blue car. It's Will's car, parked in his designated parking space. So let's have a look. Examine door. Sliding door that separates the garage from the outside world. There's a scanner next to the door. That's where you need to scan your key card for the door to open. We need to find a key card. Scanner. Scanner. Examine scanner. A scanning device next to the garage door. You need to scan your key card here to open the door. Let's just... Yeah, okay, so examine the locker. You can see that above the car. Open locker. Can't get a locker right now. Will's car is in the way. So, examine my car. Examine red car. Enter red car. Oh, so you need to open the garage door. Okay, so the exit is up. Let's check what I'm carrying. Examine wrapper. The wrapper for the chocolate bar you grabbed for breakfast on the way here. The chocolate was absolutely delicious and gave you a taste for more. Okay. See, these are 8-bit graphics. Very much with the look and feel. So you can also see top right, you can get 25 points in total. You see a box, a desk, a notice board, a plaque, the receptionist and a statue. So let's go through them. It's got paper. Examine paper. Examine desk. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that, where you find another object and it pauses and then refreshes to show you the object. It doesn't have to do that. Because I like typing, and I'm typing when there's a press return. It's not, don't really like that. So, examine desk. Under desk, there's always something under a desk. Oh, computer games. Examine games. Text adventures. See, I don't know if you can get them. Leave those alone, says receptionist crossly. They're the only thing that keeps me sane some days. Yeah, I know the feeling. So let's have a look. We've got a notice board. Read adverts. Now, one thing I haven't done is the chat. What I'll do is open another browser. Yeah, you're going to see. Yeah, it kills it. Do that. Need to view the video. Yeah, bandwidth. Come on, bandwidth. It's probably. I wonder if it's killing the stream. I don't know. But anyway, let's have a look. What you need to do is Yeah, they're the two that were, I did the wrong way around. So, what do I need to do? I need to go into this. Because you don't need the actual video streaming at the same time. Come on, the chat up. Need some of that music. Should it do? A little bit of a commercial break. Right, so yeah, pop out chat. Bit of a tip for you actually, if you're not aware of this. Don't need that anymore. Got the adventure running. Out chat. Here we go. Right, yeah, so I can see if there's any chat, which there isn't. Everyone's working or asleep or just not interested in text adventures because it's a niche of a niche. Oh, Tom and Centuria came on earlier. Say hello. Okay, so I can flip between those backwards and forwards. Should be okay. Right, let's get back to the game now. Check I can flip between them. Yeah, I could put it in the stream, but take too much time. Right. So we got the box, computer we've looked at, games we've found, desk seems nothing happening, notice board. Okay, so we're reading the notice board. So examine announcements. Nothing there. Examine receptionist. Okay, so, receptionist. Yeah, so she's very busy. So examine receptionist. Okay, so Samantha's there. Yeah, with Adventuron you can use up and down arrow as well. You can go back to something you've typed. Okay, right, exam statue. Green Greek style statue stands in the corner of the reception lobby. You think it looks a bit tacky. Well, it looks 8-bit, and if nothing else. Well, it looks like we've got 1 out of 25 for doing something. I might be finding the computer games. So it did say keep talking to people, so does this... Yeah, so there is a flow. It's not just talk and you get a response, or talk and you don't. You get different responses. It looks as though Samantha is busy with her work. Anyway, you don't have anything to talk to her about right now. So if we try up, you don't have any clearance to go upstairs and you've no interest in going up there anyway. Okay, east. Oh, I got a key card. Oh, it's Will's key card. That's Will. It's Will, the company's chief dog's body. Technically his job role is janitor, but he seems to spend most of his time as a sort of human vending machine, milling around the storeroom and providing snacks for people when they ask. Ask Will. Talk Will. Okay, so he's trusted. I'll press return. Hi Will, you say cautiously. Sorry, I can't stay long. I'm meant to be off on my next job already. Well, don't be a stranger, said Will. Talk to me if you need anything, and let me know if you see my lucky charm. I seem to have lost it somewhere. Ah, so okay, so we got something to find. Lucky charm. Could be anything though. Give necklace. Oh, it's too easy, isn't it? Key card. So give key card back to him. Okay, so key card. Yeah, you give it back to him, but I think I'll have it again. West. The Low Kingdom's here on the balcony talking to the champagne lady herself. You quickly dart behind a handy pot plant so that they don't see you. Okay, so let's just go through examining. Low Kingdom's pet bird. When he's at company HQ, it follows him everywhere. The bird is sitting on the balcony rail out of Kingdom's line of sight. Something small glitters around the bird's neck. I'll get something. Gotta get something out. What's that like for English? Can't find it. Get bird. Let's have a look again. Okay, let's have a look at lady. Let's see without a glass of champagne. Yeah, I wondered if we could eavesdrop on them. Okay, so examine low. Okay, so you've got to keep out of both of their way. Pot plant. Small bird feeder hangs on one of the. Okay. Oh, I see, he's done it again. So get feeder. So we probably need to fill the feeder to get the bird to come over to get whatever's around its neck. Can't see any use for the necklace or the yellow key card. I examine the trough. Soil-filled trough for growing vegetables. Tomatoes. We go east again, back to the lobby. North. You don't have the key. Can we move the statue? Move statue, move notice board. Maybe there's someone hidden behind it. No. Let's talk to Samantha again. No. Probably have to like tick the game on a bit to make her actually respond. So let's have a look at the plaque. Plaque, anything of these picking up? Adventuron lets you use get all as well. Normally. Maybe it's not built into this particular. No. But yeah, that's the default for Adventuron. If you'd created your own, that would be part and parcel of it. So Will said he would get us a snack. Oh, I see. It's carried the story on. I need to access the locker at the back of the garage. Sorry. So he only moves his car when he needs to go somewhere, which is probably if you ask him to get him a snack. Maybe he has to drive there. So ask for crisps. Request crisps. Ask for a snack. Peanuts. Okay, so he's got. Oh, that's interesting. You can request items. Okay, so I'm going to get peanuts anyway. Always examine them. To examine table. So we can use request crisps, which is what I did before. Oh, I see. Request doesn't work until you trigger the bit where you can start using it. Okay. Samantha took the last bit yesterday and she didn't show it anymore. They have a massive discount on peanuts though, so I bought a whole box. Help yourself, it's alright. You reply, I prefer something sweeter anyway. Oh, poor Will. Getting the arse end of everything, isn't he? You should request a more appropriate snack then. Request chocolate, generic. Okay, so key card, he needs to have it before he can request something, so he can get in his car and move it. Maybe we can go west and then down into the garage and do some stuff. So, okay, so we need to do first. Giving him the key card. Request chocolate. Really want some. Will looks nervous, so I'm alright. I wouldn't normally drive out of to the shops without my lucky charm, but I'll do it for you. Okay, right, he's gone. So if we go west, down. Something glinting on the ground next to Will's empty parking space. Okay. So he dropped it by his car. Yes, we got Will's lucky charm, that's good. So he'll be happy when he gets back, which he just has. He parks back, jumps out of his car and hurries upstairs, gasping, I'll be in the storeroom as he passes you. We also have to get to the locker, I think. That's behind Will's car, isn't it? Yeah. So there must be something that we can do to stop that. Okay. The lucky charm then is the next port of call. Let's just talk to Samantha again. Let's just check that before. Silver coin on chain. Last time you visited Company HQ, Will was wearing it around his neck. Right, so we'll give him the charm. Okay, so he's much more relaxed. Oh, so we've got 3 now. It went from 1 to 3. There must have been something else in between. That's probably the key card and finding the key card. Charm and finding the charm. Okay, so let's get the bar. Let's get the chocolate. a marathon chocolate, I like that. It's not a Snickers, it's a marathon bar. So, who's hungry? What's hungry? The bird? Now, do I eat that now? Does it help us, or is it part of another different puzzle? Talk to Will, keep talking to the characters. Oh yeah. It adds a lot of background to the characters, a lot of like ballast. Not just like objects kind of thing. If you know what I mean, they're not cardboard cutouts is what I was thinking. No, they've got a lot of character. You give him your best stare. Fine, I won't miss her either way. She always acted like she was better than everyone else. Talking about Mandy from the previous adventure. So, right, let's have a wander around. Do a RAM save. Again, it's a default function of Adventuron. We can go back to that by doing a RAM load. Right, so down, up north. Can't help thinking we've missed something from here. The desk was tidy. Examine desk. Box, a computer. Lots of computer games. Yeah, what was the box? It had something in it. Empty box. Yes, sirens, a printer paper spill out all over the... I hope you're going to tidy that up, observes Samantha. God, if you did that in an office, you'd be like stared at like a mental person. Right. Or somebody who's flipped. If we examine the paper, where's the box? We get the box now. Ah, good. Just wanted to check that the exam box changed when you picked it up. Dropbox. Oh, Dropbox. Dropbox. Exam box. Yeah, that's good. A box for something. Yeah, pockets aren't big enough. No, tidy paper, because I can tell by the graphic that it's all splayed everywhere. Cool. I do like that where the graphics change as well. I wonder if anyone has actually converted this to the next. That'd be quite cool. Oh, we made a point for doing that, so it's like you're playing it and you've just got one more thing to do. I like that. Right, so we got a box, chocolate bar, necklace, peanuts. Or peanuts for the bird. Examine the paper now, it's tidy. Stand papers. Okay, let's go back. Right, examine pot, examine plant. So fill bird feeder, it's got to be with the nuts. Fill feeder, fill bird. I'll insert peanuts. Put the peanuts in there. Alright. Vegetable trough. Dig in the trough. Examine the soil. Right, so we got a box. Oh, need a dog going now. I'm just thinking, just thinking, tick, tick, tick. Oh. I'm thinking there's more to do when Will's gone in his car, so request. Okay, let's get some more chocolate. Okay, so we do have to eat it, I guess. Chocolate's not your favourite, but it does satisfy your sweet craving. Okay, so now request chocolate to put him into the car. Be out of the way. He's got his pass so that we can check the garage a bit more. Can examine. Oh, is it open locker? Oh, Will's back. It parks in his space. Oh, so it says like a closed loop. There we go. Chocolate. Eat chocolate because we're still hungry. I wonder how big that box is. Request chocolate. Okay, west, down, drop box. Yeah. Box in the middle of the Will's parking space. Hopefully that should persuade him to park somewhere else. Ah, okay. So then we should be able to open the locker. Oh, Will's back. Oh, his space is blocked. Okay, so that gets rid of the car. Examine locker. Can insert a key card into the locker. I'm just gonna try that. Hello. Hello. Still busy. Open locker. Oh, so that's Will's locker. Inside the locker are a cobwebbed old jar and a set of circuit breakers, the latter presumably being the reason why the janitor like Will has access. Yeah, you can see it's open there. Cool, so circuit breaker, oh yeah, jar. We need, is that a jar or anything? Bean jar. White jar. A jar circuit breaker. Fuse breaker. Brake circuit. God, verbs and nouns. Oh, brake. What do you do with a circuit breaker? Besides brake circuit. Switch breaker. Peanuts, tomato, RAM save, wrapper, yellow key card. 6 out of 25. Somebody's got to be hungry with all this food flying around. Normally they have like wrappers to stop circuit breakers, so put it in. Oh. Right, it seems like a bit of a dead end. Help Samantha with work. Yeah, you got help, so it's all the normal stuff. Examine. Quick restart hint. Examining and talking. Talk computer. Hello, computer, are you there? Computer. Computer. Give tomatoes. Oh, so you do get a response. Peanuts. Chocolate. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's been about an hour now, so I'll call it half time. Well, quarter time. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll probably do another stream later on today, just to get a bit further in this. Really do enjoy it, or I have enjoyed it. Good graphics. Puzzles seem pretty logical to some extent. I mean, the box to stop the car parking there makes sense once you know it, but beforehand, I think that was just kind of lucky. But yeah, no, good stuff. So yeah, see you later in the next video, hopefully today. See ya.